What's going on, everybody? Triple Crown 24 back today on Monday. It is President's Day, and I have a lot to catch up on. It's been a week since my last video, and a lot of stuff has come in. Let me show you. This is the stack of cards we're working with for today's video. So I'm going to get to that here in a second. I do have a couple things I want to talk about before I get into that kind of stuff. The first one would just be a general thank you to everyone, because the last few weeks I've been kind of overwhelmed and blown away by the generosity and the people out there in the community who have really taken an interest in not really as much the channel as I would say myself, as well as my Miguel Cabrera collection, and the channel has kind of coincided with it as well. Just tremendous positive feedback from a lot of you, and people sending me text, hey, do you need this card? People saying, here, I'm just going to send you this. It's really blown me away how much people have thought about me, and I truly appreciate your friendship to those of you out there, and your just the sense of community that we have here overall. So thank you for that. I want to make sure I had the camera turned around to say that, despite the fact that I might look a little bit rough this morning. And then the next part of it is that I'm going to have a few new things coming up on the channel here pretty soon. This week, you guys seem to really like that Top Series 1 video that I did about what to expect for 2020 products. So I'm going to have a similar type of video in terms of presentation style later in the week, talking about somewhat of a similar topic. So looking forward to putting that out there for you guys. And then also, I'm going to be working on the next Super Collectors podcast. I know it's been a while since the last one. I'm working on the next one. So you'll have to take my word on that. And then I'm also going to be kind of doing a little bit of a different type of series. So you guys remember my 2K by 2020 series when I was approaching 2,000 Cabreras. I keep getting asked what's next, and this was an idea that was actually given to me by those back pages, Eric, where I'm going to be doing a Chasing 3000 series here as the season starts. So Miggy has, I believe, 2,815 hits right now. I have 2,050 unique cards. So which of us will get to 3,000 for their respective count first? Should be interesting. So I'm going to kind of show off the cards, keep track of that, and then talk about Miggy's hits and kind of what's going on with the Tigers throughout the season, which is probably going to be kind of sad by the time we get to the All-Star break. But I hope that at least there's some good moments along the way that we can hang our heads high for the future. So I'm going to turn the camera around now and show off some cards. So hang on one sec. All right, let's show off some cards. A lot of different cards from a lot of different places here. A lot of it is just going to be PC stuff. A lot of Cabreras that I've picked up recently, and I've got more on the way this week. So first one is going to be the card show recap cards. Only got PC stuff to show off. I'll tell you why that is here in a second. But I was able to get the base 85. Well, it's not a base card, but the base insert, I should say. Then we got the Decade's Best as well. Big fan of this card right here. I'll probably pursue quite a few of the parallels. A little bit more aggressive than I normally do. And then very happy to get this one. My idea going into the weekend was that I was going to be able to kind of fill in the holes on some of the more common, in terms of like the base or the higher numbered parallels on the 2020 tops. So I was hoping to get a few of those, and that was certainly what happened, especially this one right here, the rookie card medallion. One of my favorite manufactured relics that Topps has done in quite some time. So this is awesome. I'm really happy I was able to add that one in, got it in the one touch. And just a few little miscellaneous ones I found towards the end of day 2. This was a base 2012 museum collection. Got a gold from Triple Threads, and then a Toys R Us purple from 2014. These are incredibly difficult to find. I paid $5 for this, and that to me was a pretty good deal, because I don't really think I'm going to be able to find one for under $5 with shipping and taxes factored in on eBay. So if I can even find one at all, I'm not sure if any of these are currently up for sale or not, but I was very happy to locate one of those. So I didn't get any big inventory because I really just couldn't swing a deal. I wasn't going to force myself into a bad deal, but I got pretty close on pulling the trigger on a couple of different cards, but just a few dollars off here and there with various sellers, so couldn't quite seal the deal on any of those. But I did get about $50 box cards for around $8, so that's usually what I'm looking to get them at. So no way it was, yeah, 50 for, yep, that sounds right. So that was kind of what I did there. And then Canadian cards, Mike actually came down and he surprised me with this card right here, and I don't even have words for this one. This is the final Al Kaline I need for my Tigers Ultimate Team set. This is a Kaline that I've actually had my eyes on since November when I first set up at this show. The reason I hadn't bought it before is just because I thought it was too nice for my binder. That's been kind of the problem on some of these last few cards, is that they would grade out really well if you sent them to PSA, but that's not what I'm doing with mine. I'm just putting them in a binder. So I was looking for some lower grade copies, and Mike actually got a really great deal, in my opinion, on a really beautiful card. I won't spoil what it is. He should have a video up on his channel soon if he doesn't already, with a couple of clips from the show. But he bundled this card in, and then he surprised me with it when I came back to my table, and just still at a loss for words. Incredibly generous of him. This is not an easy card to come by, especially in as good of shape as this one is in particular. So Mike, I really appreciate it, man. This is just a phenomenal card. So that is going into the Tigers team set, which I'm only 4 cards away on now. And then, let's see, what do I want to do next? I've actually had some luck pulling some Cabrera cards from 2020 Topps, and I can't remember if I've showed these or not, but I've been opening up some Walgreens hangers when I can find them, and Meyer blisters when I can find those, and I've gotten pretty lucky where I've found a base Cabrera Turkey Red, the chrome version as well, which these are not always in the hanger boxes, which I got this one out of, and it's a 100 card set. So to get the odds of pulling one and then the odds of pulling a specific player, not really in your favor, but I was very surprised and very happy when I was able to get the Cabrera, and then the blue 85 as well that came out of a hanger box. So this is kind of abnormal for me. I really don't pull very many Cabrera parallels. I don't usually have a problem pulling the base. Sometimes I do. But in terms of pulling the parallels, that never happens. So I was very happy to have those. Those are nice little bonuses. I was really just buying them up for the exclusive parallels in them. And then I got in some cards from Sport Lots here and then eBay, so kind of show those off. First one, this was an order that was out for a couple of weeks and just kind of showed up. I thought it was lost, but first one is this Topps Fire Monikers blue chip. Got the 2012 mini and then the 2017 negative, so that was really cool. Speaking of negatives, I got the 2019 Topps Chrome negative. Thought for the longest time I had this card, but apparently I didn't, so I had credit on Sport Lots and I decided to use it up on this card right here. So cool to add that into the Chrome Rainbow. And this looks like a regular 2019 base, but it is actually the Clear Travel promotion card. So I don't know the exact story on these, but they were apparently handed out in packs late last season at MLB ballparks. I guess if you signed up for one of those, you guys, if you've been to the ballpark, you've probably seen those like booths where they have the credit card offers and you get a little, it used to be you get like a blanket, because I have a huge stack of MLB team blankets from my dad signing up for them back in the day. But they usually give away these little prizes here. So you get these packs, and this card was in one of those packs that someone had. So I don't imagine that they moved too many of those, and the people who open up the packs, I don't know how many of them would list them on eBay. So I got this for like $1 shipped, and that to me was a pretty good deal on this one, because I imagine these might be kind of tough to find later on down the line if not very many people got the packs to begin with, or then even open them after that. So yeah, and there you have that. And then been hitting the eBay hard on some of the 2020 Topps cards, working on that rainbow. So I got in this Cabrera base. This was the one I got from Stealing Second Sean. This one actually came from Sport Lots. It was the rainbow foil, regular one here. And actually this one was a trade on Twitter. Promise I'm getting to the eBay cards here in a second. I traded away a Xander Bogaerts high number short print from last year's Heritage for someone who was building a set. They sent this jumbo box exclusive gold foil Miggy my way, so really cool to get that one in. I've got another trade working for the regular gold. Then I went to work on eBay getting some of these tougher parallels. So started off with the purple here, exclusive to the Mired blister packs. Thought I got a pretty good deal on that one. Then these two I jumped on. These were some of the first ones, if not the first ones, put up on eBay. So I decided I'd go after them right away to kind of set the market on my own. Just because I have kind of a little theory about 2020 tops. So this is the Independence Day, number 276. And then this is one of my favorite ones I've gotten in recently. It is the black, numbered to 69. So I've been trying to work on getting as many of the blacks as I can from his regular flagship cards as well as the golds. So it's nice to have the 2020 one already accounted for here. And then to wrap it up today, I actually got in a trade, and I gotta find what I did with the note here. Here it is. And it was coming from Beantown62 here on YouTube, and a lot of you probably already saw his video. So this will go into the YouTube PC binder. So thank you very much, Jim, for the addition to that. And he showed off what he got. I won't spoil it. You can go check out his video. But he sent me a stack of Cabreras. I mean, probably like this tall. He actually sent it in this like little. I like the way that he packaged it. I don't know what I did with the box, but I kept it because I'm gonna use it for shipping here in the future. So he sent some extra Cabreras along the way, and two of them were actually new ones into my collection. I believe one more of them is actually new. I need to go into the checklist and look, but I was going back through it the other day, and I stumbled upon one that I thought I had, but I guess I didn't. So I'll double check with that at a later time. But I did get in these two Heritage Chromes from 2012. So you have the batting leaders here. It does have Victor Martinez here, so it's always cool to get some of my other favorite Tigers to go along with Miggy on those cards. So that's numbered 1963, year of design. And then the same one here with the regular Chrome 2012 Heritage, which love this specific tops design here, and this is a really well centered card. So thank you so much for the extras, Jim. But the big card that I was after, that we made the trade for, because he mentioned this to me and he reached out, was this 2019 High Tech Red, numbered to 10. And it is fantastic looking. The red really pops. Red is not my favorite color. I guess because most of my teams have always been blue, with the exception of my college team and then the Red Wings in hockey. But I gotta say that the red refractors and like the red parallels, I'm absolutely fanatical about now. For some reason, I've taken a liking to them. Maybe because they're usually pretty rare. But I'm a big fan of the red parallels, and I think this one it looks incredible. I had to one-touch it just because it's a pretty rare card. I don't really have a defined system for what gets a one-touch and what doesn't, but this one definitely deserved the one-touch treatment, especially because it came from Beantown62. So thank you again, Jim, for the trade. This definitely fits well into the PC. So that is it. That was probably a very lengthy video, I have to imagine, but there was a lot of good stuff to show off. So later in the week, I'm going to be back. I have quite a bit of mail coming in later in the week, so I'll do a mail day recap probably over the weekend, and sometime middle of the week I will have a video up doing something similar to what I did with the 2020 what to expect video, so stay tuned for that. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys have a good week ahead.